Like, I genuinely need help. I need you guys' help. I need this to work. All right, we're doing this while I am cutting butternut squash. Whew. We're doing it. This video is unscripted. Gonna touch on what my plans are for this channel, what my plans are for life, kind of the vision I have, and also an ask for help. Like, I genuinely need help. I need you guys' help, whoever is willing to help, because Lord knows I need it. I realize that now, more than before, is a time where it seems possible to grow on YouTube. It's something that I've done on and off for a while, but never totally committed to it. But this year, I intend to commit to it because in a way it feels like I need this to work. I really need this to work. So let's get to know each other. How's that sound? If you don't know me, my name is Alexandria-Glaude, a freestyle wrestler for Team USA. I'm trying to go to the Olympics in 2028. This year I'm trying to make the world team. Aside from wrestling, some of my other passions and interests include public speaking, particularly talking about my faith, and also just the ways that my sport has impacted me, motivated me, and changed my life. I love being able to inspire and motivate others to chase after their dreams, their goals. Also just being open about being imperfect and being loved and saved by a great and perfect God. So where does the help piece come in? There's a lot of areas that I could use help in. One is, what would be helpful to you guys? I have a small but growing community on Instagram, and I've had a growing community on TikTok that I'm very appreciative of. When it comes to YouTube, I'm learning what is helpful content. What do people want to see? I don't intend to stick specifically to just one niche because I have a lot of interests. My goal is to grow an overarching theme for this channel that can be helpful to a wide group of people. That would be a dream. I don't really want to just post about wrestling, even though that is what I spend most of my time doing. If I can find a way to post about everything in a way that's helpful, useful, engaging for you guys. I think one of my fears in the past with YouTube has been just completely failing. I have fallen for the illusion that people just blow up overnight. I kind of feel like, man, everything is so curated. Like, I need to do more research. I need to figure out all the right editing tools, and I need to get the best lighting and things like that. Or all of these excuses really is what they were, as to why it would be too hard for someone like me to blow up on YouTube. With that being said, trying to do research, I think, has become a form of procrastination, an excuse for me, and continuing to put it off rather than just growing and learning in the process of doing, which I do in my sport. But for some reason, that just hasn't translated to YouTube until now, which brings me to my next point, another area where I think I could really use help, and not just me, but women's wrestling as a whole use your help. So I'm a professional athlete, but I do not make professional athlete money. This is my 4th year being on the senior national team, and USA Wrestling is our national governing body. We have donors that make it possible for us to receive a monthly income. Unfortunately, that income is not at this time livable if that was the only stream of income. We also have private sponsors, but again, it's just not at the stage right now where maybe enough people know about us or aren't interested in women's wrestling. But at a time where women's sports are booming, I just think, man, if only people knew that we were here and knew how awesome of a sport it is at every level. Women's wrestling right now is currently the fastest growing sport in the United States at the high school level. More girls are wrestling now than ever before. It's an emerging NCAA sport. I can't imagine what my life would be like if I didn't join wrestling in high school. This video could totally flop, and that's okay if it does, because we're trying and we're learning. In an era of NIL, it has become increasingly harder for athletes like me at the senior level to get funded and find places to train we usually train at a place that's called a regional training center. And those historically have been based out of D1 men's wrestling programs. But like I said, with the shift to NIL, that has kind of maybe changed donors' perspectives or maybe priorities when it comes to where to put their money. I won't, pretend to know what is going into that thinking. We just know that it's changed the landscape for us. So where does that bring you into the picture? Well, one would be subscribing to my channel, engaging with me, letting me know, if you like what you're seeing or what I could do better, what things you want to see in my future content. If I could monetize my YouTube channel, that would be amazing. And to have a reliable source of income that makes it possible for me to continue to chase my goals, to share those goals with you all, to take you on this journey with me, to not have to worry so much about financial stability. That's been a dream of mine long before I wrestled. If you're a donor, if you're an insanely rich person who happens to be watching this and is looking for somewhere to invest in, to support, to do charitable work even, because I've seen it happen with Flavor Flav, and I can't think of her name right now, but this one lady who pledged money to women's rugby, pledged money to women's, was it water polo maybe? So if you want to be that person or know someone who would want to be that person for women's wrestling, by all means, the floor is yours. My email is in the description. That would be so helpful, because it's not just me that I want to look out for. I want to look out for my teammates. I want to look out for the future of this sport. So yes, I'm seeking sponsorships, but also if more people could invest in women's wrestling, you will not be disappointed. We sent 6 to the Olympics in Paris, and 4 of them came away with medals. And that's just going to keep growing. So I'm hoping to be one of those in 2028. I'm almost done cutting this butternut squash. I'm not really sure what else to say at this point, but I just knew that I needed to start. I'm hoping that through making this video, that in a way this could be like a community project. It could be a group project. I wasn't going to just keep waiting for the perfect time. And so if we have success on this channel, it will be because I had help. And that's just how life works, right? Like, we need community. We need people who believe in us, who support us, and who are willing to grow with us. At least that's what I believe. I think life is much more rich that way when you have a community of people. You're pouring into them, they're pouring into you. We're all meant for connection, and I need that. I want that. I hope for that. We all do. Weirdly, I feel like crying right now. I don't want to sound desperate, but man, I could use some help, and my sport could use some help. And I trust in God. I believe in God. My faith is one of the pillars that has carried me through this life. And I wouldn't be here without serving a great God who knows what I need before I even ask. But faith without works is dead. Faith is a verb. So we must take action. This is me taking action. I look forward to getting to know you. I'll see you in the next video. The next video will probably be us in Japan at a training camp, unless I get a spur of the moment idea to make another video before then. Nonetheless, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and God bless.